Well, good evening, and we want to wish you a happy new year. I believe that's the very first presentation that we're hosting on our beautiful, wonderful Max products, and we're hoping for you that your 2025 will be much better than 2024. I feel the vibe. I think it's going to be absolutely wonderful. We want to welcome you to this presentation this evening. My wife Temi and I are going to be presenting with you. She'll be my co-presenter. And folks, this is a really a short presentation, an overview on our products to give you an idea of what they are and how you can actually benefit from them.
Yeah, so we're going to start with understanding of health and where we are today, because most of us are not as informed as we should be, and it's important to be able to make the right decisions and living a great quality of life. And unfortunately, most people in the world today, they're exposed to high levels of stress, of course, pollution, toxins, and you can name it all. And people, again, they suffer with poor diets. People are always on the go and never stopping, lack of sleep. All of that is affecting our health, and of course, deaths from non-infectious diseases, they continue to rise, and younger. You're hearing stories constantly about what's going on. And according to the World Health Organization, the top two causes of death worldwide are heart disease and stroke. And we recently had heard some news about a friend of ours. So it's scary. Chris and I are in that age group where we are, in more and more informed so that we can do the right things, because diabetes and kidney disease and all of that is just leading you down that path of the challenges. And these trends definitely show us that we really need to focus on improving our health, getting more informed, know what's the best thing to take to be proactive in our health. And as we always say, health, it truly is wealth. If you're wealthy and you don't have your health, you're not happy. If you're healthy, then you can make a lot better decisions.
I totally agree, Tammy. In fact, I'm grateful for my wife because, where I just hit 59 a couple of days ago. I know my wife crosses 60. I call her my sugar mama. At the end of the day,
Your
she
young, healthy sugar mama.
she is my young and healthy 61-year-old wife. And the fact here is that my wife does not look like a 61-year-old. And you'll hear another wonderful testimonials from folks that are mature in age, but they look absolutely wonderful. And this is something that's very important for folks, is our overall health depends on our individual cells. Our body is a really good they're great indicators on what we do to what we consume and how it behaves based on what we consume. I mean, if your cells are healthy, your body's healthy. And this is exactly what we want to share with you here. This is really important, that you become more and more proactive and not so reactive, which is what we've been doing for so many decades. Is we need to watch what we consume. We cannot trust our environment. It is, unfortunately, the environment that we live in today. Would you agree, Tammy?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to say this word a lot. It's glutathione. It's what keeps our cells healthy. Of course, we need food and we need water and we need to breathe oxygen. But the fourth thing that our body needs is glutathione to survive. And most people, if they've heard of it, they never really dug into it. So it's so important.
I totally agree. And this is the point, is glutathione. It's a bit of a mouthful of a word. For the folks listening here, tell me, what is glutathione in a simple form?
Yeah, glutathione is naturally produced in every single cell of your body. It's literally like the scrub brush inside your cell. And it protects your body from all those attacks that are happening from toxins, free radical damage, metals. I mean, I can go on and on and on. And every single day, our bodies are being attacked with the food that we eat. the stuff that's in our food. It's crazy. And if you have an abundance of glutathione in your cells, it's your master protector. Okay, so that's the message that we want to share with you. It's quite simple. Increase your glutathione, and you'll live a healthier lifestyle.
Every morning, well, I wouldn't say every morning, it'll be a lie, but we do try every morning, but at least 3 to 4 times a week. We train with weights, and they're 20, early 30-year-olds that we're following. And I'm not kidding. They're beating us up. But the fact here is we're able to follow, and I say beyond following, we're actually doing well. And I think we even do better than some of them in those videos. But then again, we've been doing this for a few years. But folks, what we're talking about is this molecule called glutathione. There are so many benefits.
Mhm.
You'll find that your immune system is stronger. You'll find that most people around you might be sick. You might also be, but may not as bad as others. Or you may recuperate, or you may not even feel sick at all because your immune system is stronger. It reduces inflammation. We know inflammation is associated with probably almost every disease known today. It helps slows down the aging process. I don't know about you, but I'll sign up for that class, right? We want to try to live a good quality of life. I don't want to deal with dementia and looking at our elders, and we know what they're going through because, again, the food has been poisoning their bodies and our bodies for so many decades. We need things to clean it out, right? Even though you're trying to be proactive, we know the reality of life. It is, unfortunately, you're going to get caught into it. And there's sugar in everything we consume. The sugar is the biggest enemy to the body. It's one of the major cause of what we call dementia and so forth. So it's very important to have supplements that will clean that stuff out. Right? You'll find you'll have better energy, better sleep, reduce stress, better mental focus. It improves your performance, whether it is physical, it is the stimuli, recovery. You'll find that in the gym, you'll perform better, either the classroom, the boardroom, and even the bedroom, folks. And that's really important. These are all signs that you're aging gracefully and you're not following the herd out there that are all ending up with medication and homes because they can't function by themselves by the time they're early 80s and mid 80s, right? So this is why Tammy and I are so proactive with what we consume here. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, and for many, many years. I mean, we've been part of this company for it's 18 years in February, Chris. It's going so fast, and we've been consuming products that are glutathione based. Well, you'll learn a little bit about it, but even before this company, so we've been proactive for many, many years, and we know the benefits of having an abundance of glutathione in your cells. And if you look at this chart, it's pretty scary. You know, you hear that saying, you know, when you hit 20, it goes downhill from there. That's when I really got it, when we understood, you know, when we're young, we're resilient, right? We can do all these things and we recover faster. But once you hit a certain age, specifically 20 and further, then things get harder and harder and harder. And that's because your body is producing less and less glutathione, okay, intercellular. So it's important to have an abundance of glutathione going into aging. And Chris and I, we really understood that. And the guests that we have today also understand it very, very well. There's nothing like going out and people never, they ask you your age, you're proud to say it, but they would never guess your age because you look so healthy. And that's the way life is supposed to be. That's how we're supposed to live.
I totally agree, Tammy. And the fact here is when you add the stress, the poor diet, as I mentioned earlier, the toxins, the illness, alcohol, and other issues that cause the glutathione levels to go down even faster. And remember what we said, folks, if you do not have optimal level of glutathione in your body, which is what you're born with, this is your fountain of youth, and you want to preserve that. And these supplements will actually feed those precursors to produce more of this compound called glutathione. And if you don't have enough glutathione in your cells, unfortunately, your body, your organs will not be healthy. And if your cells are not healthy, folks, well, your body cannot remain healthy. And this is where the concerns, this is where the problem starts happening, which leads us to the slides.
Yeah, you know, you can see this picture of this. a young person or a nurse, wheeling out this elderly person. And the truth is, go in the hospitals today. They're not that young, or they're not that old. There's
Hmm.
a lot of young people that are getting sicker and sicker. So that's a big, big, big concern. Over 74 diseases are associated with the body not having enough glutathione in the cells. And diabetes, hypertension, stroke, arthritis, kidney disease, and so much more we could name. And the key is, and we can never stress it enough, is to make sure that you have an abundance of glutathione so you can go into aging so gracefully.
So now we've heard how important glutathione is. So why don't we just get more of it? Why is it the medical environment is just more of it? That's always been the challenge. And the fact is, you can't really take glutathione in a pill format. It's kind of ironic that we're talking about supplements, but you see, we're not consuming glutathione. We're consuming the precursors that will produce the glutathione. Now you can inject it, which is could be quite expensive. It could be very inconvenient, but you see, the glutathione molecule is not designed to be injected into the bloodstream. It is designed to be produced inside the cells. So what happens is once you get it injected, it's like these little golf ball, obviously a lot smaller in the context of the bloodstream. But the fact is, it stays outside the cell, but it will make contact with the cells, and it's going to neutralize the free radical on demand, but it will dissipate and vanish because it is not contained where it's supposed to be to last longer. So how can we bring the glutathione higher in the bloodstream? This is the key. This is what we want to talk to you about here today.
Yeah, and Max International has this solution. It's called ribosine. And ribosine is a breakthrough in science. It's absolutely brilliant. And it raises glutathione within the cells. And it's a combination of D-ribose and L-cysteine. And the ribose is a simple sugar molecule that's used to make energy. And cysteine is what's needed. It's the amino acid that's missing, what's needed for for your body to make glutathione. And so the ribose, it protects the cysteine, and it past the digestive system, goes directly into the cell wall. It breaks off, and then you start to have this in the zone feel good energy. And then the cysteine is now being utilized to clean up all the toxins in the body. I love the science of this product.
I totally agree, Tammy. Sorry, I changed the slide a little fast here.
No
I,
worries.
I got butterfinger today, but you see, ribosine, folks, was created by Dr. Herb T. Nagasawa. Late Dr. Robert Keller, Dr. Herb Nagasawa. Dr. Keller was the previous doctor. We've been around for a while. But Dr.
Yeah.
Herb T. Nagasawa, just an amazing man that just left us with a great legacy. And we're so grateful. I think he was 98 or 98 years old or so. And he just lived a full life. And he has impacted so many people around the world. And we're so grateful. With over 45 years of professorship, spent over 25 years of his life, and I think more than that in the research of creating ribosine, folks. For us, it seems so simple explaining it, but this guy dedicated his life to this, and there's a whole story because of what happened with his brother to World War II, and the alcoholism and all of this stuff that happened, and the liver issues, and in fact, what he found is something that could really help his brother, and ended up helping so many more. There's over 54 peer-reviewed studies and more, right, that he's created. Ribosine is the most advanced glutathione supports available in the world today. In fact, it is 300% more effective than the next best alternative, which is ironic because the next best alternative, we own it. It's called Max GXL, which is deviated from the NSL cysteine, which is the original recipe that we were presented until the ribosine came about. So, folks, ribosine, it is an extremely important compound that is critical for your health, and it's a big deal. Ribosine is a breakthrough science, folks, that solves a real problem in the world today. This is so important, and you're very fortunate if you're hearing this for the first time. If it's today or you just came across this video, I'm telling you, you want to order these supplements. They're absolutely phenomenal, and it doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter where and how you gain your money. This is a supplement you want to take no matter what.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, we'd never go without these products. As I mentioned, 18 years. So ribosine can be found in many of the Max breakthrough products. We're not going to share all of them with you this evening, but the most important products, we call them the flagship, and they're halal certified, BSCG certified. That means any Olympic athlete can be taking these products to get their blood tests, and they will pass with flying colors. And yeah, so let's move forward, Chris, and talk about the main core products.
Sure, absolutely. The very first product we want to talk to you about, this is the raw ingredient called ribosine. There is one ingredient in this bottle, and that Tammy and I take religiously every single day. Again, 100% ribosine. It raises the glutathione level within the cells. This is excellent to detox, more energy, stamina, strength, stress reduction, mental focus, sleep, skin health, and so much more. And that is really what you want to consume. Now, the next one is even better.
Yeah. Yeah, they call this the Bentley. So this is the ribosine technology, and the product's called Cellgevity, and it's got 12 synergistic components that are antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. As you can see, a lot of popular ingredients that are in these products have been used to combined with the ribosine, and it's phenomenal. Chris and I, we take our products the moment we wake up with a full glass of water. We take a specific product called Max ATP, which we're not going to talk about. It just takes you to another level of performance. But we take our Cellgevity the moment we wake up, and then we wait about 20 minutes. We head to the gym, and we're training, with younger people, and we're keeping up, and we're doing big programs. So we know that because we've been on these products for so long, our bodies are healing quicker, so we can get back at it the next day.
Mhm.
And yeah, like I said, we won't go without these products. So if you're healthy, I think we're pretty healthy, Chris. When we first started, we've always been healthy. We take the product because it just takes us to another level. And of course, we want to age gracefully. And for those of you who may have some health challenges, even better, because it's going to work. People tend to get quicker results when they have some health challenges. But either way, take the product, and it's a lifestyle product. It's not something that you try for a month and, oh yeah, my glutathione is where I need it to be. No, it's a lifestyle product. You always need to be producing an abundance of glutathione in your cells.
I totally agree, Tammy. And folks, we have wonderful, wonderful stories today. Folks, there is thousands and thousands. Tammy and I have been consuming these products with this company for over 17. We're going
18.
to 18
Yeah.
years now. In fact, in
Mhm.
February something, it's going to be 18 years. And of course, a lot has happened over the years. But tonight, we want to share some wonderful, wonderful stories from some friends of ours that have done so well. So let me bring them on board here. Let me just kind of turn off the presentation format and let's bring our guest to the table over here. Okay, so we have Jasmine Tiberge and we have Allison Robertshaw. We've known these guys for years. They're wonderful, wonderful friend of ours, and they have an incredible story. Both of them had great results with the product. They've been on the product for years. Allison, why don't you go ahead and start sharing your story, your version as to how these products has impacted your life?
Absolutely. Thank you, Chris and Tammy. So, my story begins about 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I was supposed to get a dental surgery through a friend within the Max family. And I had to postpone my surgery because my immune system weakened with numerous health issues. So I was fortunate to meet this girl at a dental clinic, and she called me up, told me she had similar health issues with mine. So uh, she introduced me to some of the Max products and also some of the people involved with the Max family. So fast forward, I decided to give it a try. I started with the Cellgevity, Within 3 months, I noticed a remarkable transformation. I was able to make decisions, get through my days. And then I got introduced to other products like the Max ATP and Enfuse, fell in love with those products. So everything just kept getting better and better with my health issues. Fast forward to today, I am totally living and loving life. I'm eating healthy, going to the gym, skiing, um, meeting new people with the same level of mindset. I just turned 50 a couple months ago. I do not feel 50. I haven't connected with the age. I feel like a decade younger. Uh, so, yay, yay. So I take these products religiously, and I will never go off them. I will be on them for the rest of my life, and I highly recommend them to anybody else who is watching this evening. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much, Alice. I really
I
appreciate
remember,
that.
Chris, when Allison first started getting on the products, and your skin, everybody notices that about their skin, right? It's great to have all the health benefits is what we're trying it for, and then we get the bonus of even looking 10 years younger. So it's great.
Yes.
You look amazing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. Now, the next guest we have is her name is Jasmine Tiberge. She crossed her 60s. I'm going to let her choose if she wants to share her exact age. She looks absolutely fantastic. She danced like a teenager on the dance floor, and she's super
Yes.
super healthy also. And it's nice to see folks that are passing their 50s and are just living this wonderful life. So, Jasmine, please go ahead and take the floor.
Thank you. And that was a great presentation. And as you were presenting, I was thinking, about different things that matter to me and that changed for me since I've been on the Max products. So by profession, I am a restorative dental hygienist. I am going to be 67 in June.
No way.
And here's what happened
Wow.
to me.
I was
Yeah.
thinking 63. I forgot.
No way.
Here's what happened to me. So since I've been in my early 20s, have had really serious back issues. Part of it is the posture, that how we work. Part of it is genetic. Both my parents have had back issues their entire life. And part of it is my height, that I'm tall. So I have been doing all kinds, whether it was hydrotherapy, physiotherapy, chiropractor. I've been living at these healthcare professionals forever. And when I started with Max 15 years ago, I understood. I did research for somebody because his mom, who was 65 after being on these products for 3 months, felt like she was, 25 years younger. No, sorry, she was 75. She felt like she was 50. Said to her son, "Take me dancing." He phones me. He goes, "What's glutathione?" He goes, "I got my mom back. My mom's been in bed for a year, as you know, and I got her back. She's full of life." I do research. I understand the science. I am blown away with how this works and how this is so unique and so much more effective than anything out there. So Miss Science Geek gets the science, got on the products, had absolutely no idea how much this was going to change my life. I was spending $5,000 at that time in my early 50s when I started with Max products, $5,000 a year on my back maintenance program. 3 weeks in, I no longer have back pain that I've had for decades. I have not seen any healthcare professional dealing with my back now for 15 years. That's $75,000 that I've saved in back care. Next thing that happens just this week, I have, again, patients that come in and they tell me as soon as they're in their 50s, I'm tired. I've got high blood pressure. I got high cholesterol. I've got arthritis. I got diabetes. I can't sleep at night. I come home, I flop on the couch. A lot of them have grandchildren. They tell me, just watching the grandkids for half a day or one day, I'm done. I'm toast. Well, this last weekend, I have some friends that are new to Canada and they don't have any family here. I got a phone call, which I knew I was going to be watching their 2-year-old little girl because their mom, or her mom, this friends of ours, is going to have a set of twins. The twins were scheduled to come yesterday. I got a phone call at 3:30 in the morning, Saturday night. We're bringing Alice over, the 2-year-old, because my wife's going in the hospital. Her water broke. So guess what I've done? 4 days, 4 nights with a 2-year-old that's got energy galore through the roof. And all I kept thinking was with my own patients telling me one day and I'm done and I'm toast. So yesterday, Dad picked her up after like I said, 4 days for 4 nights. And yeah, my back was sore. I've been carrying this little one around and that. But guess what? By this morning, No more back pain. Today, I was back in the dental office. I worked from 10 o'clock in the morning till 6:30 with patients, and I'm good. So it's unbelievable, not just how young and energetic we are, but as you both mentioned, the recovery is like nothing else. So
Mhm.
honestly, if you want to feel like you're half your age, get on these products, stay on these products. I'm planning to dance when I'm 101. So see you on the dance floor
We'll
and
be
get
there with
healthy,
you.
live vibrant. So back to you, team.
I'll be there with you. Thank you so
We'll
much,
be with
Allison. Thank
you.
you so much, Jasmine. Really appreciate the both of you. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
So, folks, you heard it here, and you know something else I wanted to add. Um, I always had virtual assistants, employees that's been helping me with all our needs online and virtual needs and so forth. Make a long story short, one of my very first virtual assistant that worked for me. I remember at one point she got on the cell. I think it was a GXL. It might have been a cell GVD. Regardless, and her mom was on it, and her mom had a wonderful, wonderful experience. And we're talking probably about at least 15 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And she called me 2 weeks ago. That was before Christmas and New Year's. And Chris, I've just opened a new spa, and it's all about holistic healing and everything else. I remember your products, and I really want to have these products in my clinic. So she went ahead and she ordered, we call it Premier Pack. That's 16 bottles. That was it's about 2 weeks ago. In fact, just after a couple of days after New Year's Eve. And it's just to tell you the profound impact that this has on people. These products are really good. They're really important, regardless of what you choose to do in life. I think it's very important that you are aware of what we have to offer here. Wonderful, wonderful supplement. We highly recommend it. You heard from Jasmine and Allison. You heard from Tammy and I. And there's been presentations been going on like that for decades. You can dig in and find out more about it, or get back with the person that invited you here to get more information on how you can access these wonderful products. So, Tammy, thank you for presenting with me this evening.
It was
And
fun.
Jasmine, Allison, thank you so much for your time this evening. Everybody have a great, great rest of the evening. And bye for now.
Have an awesome week.